The DJ at the club that you were trying to remember the dance program or something like that?
Yeah, he'll know.
Sunday Gospel. I am Leo Jackson asking you to tune in every Sunday, 12 noon till 2 p.m. Feel the power of the Holy Spirit moving. Make you want to clap your hands, shout, cry out, glory, hallelujah. Don't miss this program. Sunday Gospel, 12 noon until 2 p.m. every Sunday. Station you listen to all day long.
Well, your Tuesday is looking like a partly sunny and kind of cool day today. Temperatures this afternoon will be rising into the mid to the upper 60s. No rainfall in the forecast for today, and winds are right around 5 to 10 miles per hour, and generally out of the northwest. Tomorrow conditions will be very similar. A little bit cooler, however, with your afternoon highs rising into the low to the mid 60s, but a lot more sunshine in the forecast, and then that cold front that's rolling through the area early on Wednesday is going to bring some much cooler air on Thursday. In fact, if you're on the north shore,
Giani,
it's going to be around the crazy here. Your afternoon highs on Thursday rising to the upper 50s to the low 60s.
I know your
From
dad.
the WBSU
Good man. Yes, he did. It's a pleasure to meet you. Of course, you have my
This month, keep it locked in on WBOK 12:30 a.m. to find out how you can participate in the LCMC Keeping You Well Cafe every other Wednesday. The Keeping You Well
Plus, you
Cafe
be up there right by my house.
final
You
hour
ask
of
me.
the reality
You
check with Mark
two
Stevens.
blocks from the crib.
It's designed with you in mind. We want you to stop in or call in with your questions. So be sure to join WBOK and LCMC Health every other Wednesday around the metro area beginning at 1 p.m. Follow LCMC Health and WBOK on social media for upcoming Keeping You Well Cafe dates, times, and locations.
Stay warm and stock up with this week's sales at Circle Food. Campbell's condensed soup or broth, 4 for $5. Community coffee, 12-count bag or 12-count K-cup, 2 for $10. General Mills cereal, 2 for $6. Honey Crisp apple, $1.29 a pound. Bone-in pork sirloin chops, $1.29 a pound. Get these deals and more now through December 5th. Order online at CircleFoodMarketNola.com and ask us about our wholesale options for larger orders.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 12:30 a.m. You're on the front porch with WBOK 12:30 a.m.
Ooh, girl, you know it's been a long time. Listen to me.
Get it? Yeah. You want a mint? No, I'm saying like I know that's right.
My man's in Queensland, Australia.
Oh wow. Yeah, because we run away.
Hell yeah. Don't you? I'm great. How you? You all right? That's gonna get better because you're on the front porch, and that's what you're doing. You're from here.
I'm from here.
So you've been sitting on the porch. You can sit on the porch with your people. Yes, and talk, and that's what we're about to do this morning. A little bit about you, a little bit about what you're doing, and trust me, the conversation goes in many different directions here on the porch. So you nimble enough. Just stay ready.
It's like talking to your dad.
Exactly go a little left. I don't know.
Without the angst.
It may. If I channel a little bit of Mars, don't run. Just go along with it. Welcome back, y'all. It's the Front Porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Gralen Bryant Banks.
And it's your girl, Kemba White-Dupree. Hey, y'all.
It's Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, bringing it to you right here on this Trivia Tuesday. We have not forgotten. I know that y'all keep on talking about this Trivia Tuesday. I know we're going to get that, but can't tell you ain't been having a good time.
Because we've been having a great time talking about all the stuff.
That's right. That's right. As we are wont to do. Y'all know that. But we're going to get to it to you, I promise. I just want to take a moment and just reiterate the fact that triple W dot means World Wide Web.
Yes.
And 3 W's. And we want to give a shout out to our friend Sean Gill, who has checked in with us on Facebook Live from the state of Victoria in Southern Australia. So there you go.
How about it?
How you like that? Says he loves New Orleans, loves the show. We put him to sleep. And I don't mind that at all. If you get a little New Orleans in your life before you close your eyes and be blessed enough to wake them up again in the morning, that's not a bad night, if I must say so myself. And y'all, we got a little company on the porch this morning.
We do. I am so happy that we have company this morning.
That's right.
Yes.
Good morning, Giani Jones.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling?
We've got artist, designer, and otherwise all-around good person, Giani Jones, with us this morning. And you're feeling pretty good. I think you're wearing your own designs. Am I right?
I am wearing my merch.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, tell us a little bit about why you are here. We want to hear about newnegroes.com. We want to hear about all the stuff that your creativity and the direction that is taking you in. But before you do that, tell a few people that who don't know who Giani Jones is, a little bit about yourself, give them some background, and let them know who they're dealing with.
So my name is Giani Jones. I am a New Orleanian. I am also Taino. I am Bahamian. My father is Morris Jones Jr. He is recently deceased, so that has influenced a lot of my artwork this year. My mom, like I said, is Bahamian, and she is a nurse. She is hardworking and diligent. Her ethics have influenced my work as well. I didn't really think that I was going to be a gallery artist, although I had gone to studio art. I majored in studio art in college, but I started just having these visions in the last 2 years of pieces of art, and from then I just started going. I just started creating. I just started putting pieces together, and so I don't have a studio of my own, and yet.
There we go.
And so I started just coming up with the idea of what it could look like to create a space that invites people into my process. Mm-hmm. And so from there, a visit from the studios was incepted, which is the show that I have up right now over at Axiom Gallery on Ferret Street. Mm-hmm. You guys probably know Ko, who's such a brilliant artist, who hosts that space.
Yes.
And so graciously welcomes me over there, along with my curator, Brooke Wyatt. And in the last 2 months, Brooke and I, my co-producer Maddie Hansen, put together a visit from the studios, and I just took that time to. I wanted to demonstrate my process. I had spoken to some people at MoMA earlier this year, and they talked so much about going and visit artists in their studios, and that's how you get into galleries. That's how you get into museums. Is curators go to visit your studio, and I'm like, I don't have the privilege or the money to have my own studio. Right. How am I gonna?
How do you break in?
Yeah,
that's
how do I break in?
The way that people get in.
Exactly. So, again, I started piecing together like well, maybe this, maybe that. I'm working all over town. I'm like working in friends' living rooms. I'm painting in my garage. I'm screen printing in my dining room. I'm playing guitar in my bedroom. You know, I'm dyeing T-shirts in the kitchen sink. I'm on the back porch painting. You know, I'm all over. Everywhere has become my studio, and I'm filming that. I'm just trying to demonstrate that and put all of that online so you can see my process, and that's my studio visit, and then pulling all of that into the exhibition so you can see all those ideas come into fruition, and a visit to a visit from the studios, which will be coming down on Friday, so you still have time to go check it out over at Axiom.
A visit to a visit from studio.
The studios, yes.
Okay. It sounds jazzy to my ear because when you started talking about it and the things that have to be done in order to highlight the things that you do, I hear improvisation. I hear you playing one thing while you're dyeing T-shirts in the sink that actually has to do with the guitar in your bedroom, which also has to do with the painting that's going on out on the back porch. And this, in lieu of being blessed enough to have your own space that folks can come see, you brought your space to them. That's jazz. That's that. And you take what you got to make what you want, and you build it. And in the world sees it, like, oh, I want something. I'm not waiting for you to come and see me. I'm gonna show you what I got to bring it to.
And it's funny you say jazz because I really do feel so influenced by jazz and the way that I draw these sort of celestials that I see as my ancestors, these ghostly scrawls that consume so many of the imagery in my pieces. I see it as jazz. They feel like jazz when I'm working on them. And one of the sound pieces that's in the show is called Giant Steps when the big ship comes, and it is my cover of Giant Steps by John Coltrane.
Yes.
But it sounds like ship horns, and that piece is meant to take you to. Well, let me tell you how I got to that piece.
Please.
It's gonna get real deep real quick.
We roll with you.
All
Go right in.
I heard this really intense story. This is just 2 generations ago. In Ghana, someone reprimanded their child by saying, if you're not good, when the big ship comes, I'm gonna put you on it. And just the idea of people in Africa being so disconnected from what happened on the other side of when their relatives got on that ship, to say that to their own kin is so messed up.
As a threat.
As a threat. Was so powerful to me. And so I started thinking about that, and I had already had these sounds in my head of giant steps being distorted, and that those tones to me, those leaps he's taking on the scales, felt like I hear generations in that. Like it's the sound of generations to me. So that distortion is what I felt within that story. And so for me, that's how like Giant Steps When the Big Ship Comes was born, which is a sound piece inside of this tunnel that I built.
When you built the tunnel?
I built a tunnel.
You built a tunnel in order to get the full effect of the sound piece?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and at the end of the tunnel, I have these dice. A set of dice. There are 3 of them. Each object will go from enslavement to reconstruction to sharecropping. And 2 sets of dice are within the tunnel, and the other set of dice is on the outside of the tunnel. And the light from the 3rd set shines on the sets that are within the tunnel.
All the while you're being bathed in the sound
of
the piece itself.
Giant Steps When the Big Ship Comes.
We're speaking with Giani Jones, artist, right here on the front porch, but we got to take a quick break because we got to pay some bills. Take a stay, y'all. It's the front porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. We'll see you on the other side of the break. Painless? Painless? You all right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
You said they aren't listening?
No, I said, are you painless? Has this been painless?
Oh,
so
has
far?
this been painless? Yeah,
so
no.
far?
It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I was like,
No, you're doing great, man. You start talking about your art and you leave, which I love. You know, you're seeing it as you're describing it. I can see how you're looking at it as you're describing it to us, and that's great. That goes over great on the radio too. Yeah. How long you gonna be at Axie?
until Friday.
Until Friday?
Yeah, I'm taking it down Saturday.
Okay. And they open every day?
Yeah, so I gotta say the hours. 12
Yeah,
to
that's
6.
what I'm
And
saying.
get the location and stuff.
Yeah. Let me make sure I write it down.
Yeah, that the Giant Steps is it's consuming.
Build a tunnel.
Yeah, it is consuming. It's an experience for real. Yep. The question is, where's Miss Jones' art display? So they want to know. They want to
Yeah.
know. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
What's the name of Uncle Carl's barbershop? What's the name of Uncle Carl's barbershop?
Welcome back, y'all. It's the front porch, WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. I'm your host, Gralen Bryant.
And it's your girl, Kemba White-Dupree. Hey, y'all.
Brother Nyron on the other side of the glass, y'all, as we come back to our very interesting discussion with the one and only Giani Jones, artist and visionary and carpenter.
Yes. Yes.
That's all right. We are speaking about her latest exhibit that is going to be going on until Friday up at the Axiom Gallery.
Axiom Gallery, 4613 Ferret Street, and the hours of the gallery are 12 to 6 p.m. And that gallery is next to Rouse's on Ferret, across from Company Burger.
Yeah, it's right next to Dennis Barber Shop. That's where it's at. Y'all don't know where that's at, man. Rouse just got it yesterday. And then,
Well, Uncle Gralen said it because I just asked Mayor, it's like, what's the name of Uncle Carl's? And Dennis Barbershop, and you knew, so there we go.
oh, Carl? The barber?
Yeah,
You say Uncle Carl?
I said Uncle Carl, but I was like, I know that's not the name
Oh,
of the
that's
barbershop.
how you say Uncle Carl. Where you at, Carl? I know you talking about. Carl got this chair right next to Dennis. Yes, indeed. That's home for me. That's where I get my hair cut. And I remember when actually opened, and I was like, man, that's great. We got an art gallery on Ferret Street that's run by young black people. Love it, because it's a great spot, and it's right by Dennis's, which is another decades old black business, black owned, right there in the midst of all the new stuff. We got some old stuff that we
that we're
revere.
still and
That
we're
we revere.
preserving
That's right.
and
That's
defending.
right. So shouts out to
Yes.
the folks up there, all my folks on Ferret Street and Axios is a wonderful and welcome new neighbors. So it's good to know that you are affiliated with those good folks up there. So how did you get in? How did you get this display, this art exhibit into Axios? Was that a matter of your relationship with folks over there prior to that, or did you talk them into it like you just told us that we want to go see it right now? How did that come about?
So, my curator, Brooke Els Wyatt, She had just curated a show for Co in October,
Okay.
and after seeing,
Who is the owner, I think, right?
Yeah.
Of Axios Gallery? Who
Yeah.
is the artist, is the owner of Axios.
yeah, and after seeing that show, I called Brooke and I said, "Congratulations, you ready to go again?" And she said, "Yeah, let's go." And I said, "Well, I got something. I'm ready to do something." And so we were looking around for spaces, and the idea of Axiom came up, of course, because of the connection to Cup.
Yes. Yes.
And my only apprehension was I want to build a longer tunnel eventually. So that was my I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a 20-foot long, 30-foot long tunnel in that space.
That's the vision, though.
That's the vision.
That's the vision.
The vision is a cement tunnel in an outdoor space. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to some grants.
Yes, we shall.
Absolutely.
It's coming.
Permanent installations. But yeah, that's how I connected. Was through Brooke Wyatt, who created a show for Co.
I love the idea of that because it reminds me, there's another artist who does these huge works like on the sides of mountains, just be like 1,000 umbrellas or something like that. I don't claim to understand it all the way, but I know as a vision from what an artist sees, he works in these huge spaces, and I get that from you. This is almost like a test of what you wanted to actually be, to see if it's like a working model.
Exactly, and because of that, it fit so much more. It fit better with my idea of the studios.
Yes.
It fit better with my thesis. So going with Axiom, as Brooke suggested, was so much more of a better fit with the idea of the studios. This is my proposal of the ideas. This is the draft. This is, like you said, this is the test.
Test, yes. Yes.
So you can see where I'm going, and the work is iterative. So on the next go, and on the next go, the tunnel gets bigger. So you might see people in the tunnel next time. The experience changes as the work is able to grow and the following is able to grow.
I don't know why I just got a vision of the whole Florida Dome. In this, I don't know why I just
that was
huge, yes, all the way around. You can bring the monster trucks in there. We can bring a few tons, and we can get that done.
Absolutely. So, would you tell our listeners a bit about how we got here? Because you've been a creative for a very long time, and I've been able to see the progression of all the spaces and art that you've held. So, give our listeners a little bit of the background and the artist that lies in you, because it didn't just start here. It's been a journey. It's been a journey to where we've gotten here.
So we'll take it way back.
You can't go that far.
I look like a baby, but I'm not really, right?
Man, I'm knocking on 30. But
let me call in y'all PLO.
Like my god sister said, nothing in the house was destroyed or drawn on until I came along. And now we know it's just because I'm an artist.
Right.
So I grew up in talented and visual arts at school, doing gifted courses at the now Willow School, and I just always want to be making things with my hands. I just have this desire to be noodling and doodling and building. I just had this need to do that, and it especially comes from a desire to give to other people too. And I find that I'm at my most elevated when I'm making things for other people. The dice that I made, which I think is definitely some of my best work, was a gift from my sister for Christmas last year. But yeah, I did TAV in elementary and middle school, and then I went on to do the Willow School's version of what was then, their equivalent NOCA program. And then I knew I wanted to continue within the arts. And so, like I said earlier in the program, I pursued a major at New York University in studio art, where I was very timid about what I was doing, because I didn't have any Black people around me really, which I'm sure you're surprised because I said New York in the title of my school, but it was quite lonely, and it was predominantly white and Asian. So I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me, and I was very nervous about bringing in race when I discussed my work. So I was doing a lot more just aesthetic pieces back then. And as I moved more through college, I started to push back against that and bring my racial experience, because it was so jarring and uncomfortable. My time there, it became more prevalent in my work. And I then, as I needed a job, and people said, "What you gonna do with that degree, honey?" And I didn't necessarily see myself as a gallery artist at that time, but I knew that I needed to be making things. I had spent some time working in patient financial services at Turo, and it just wasn't. It was a beautiful experience to know now how to build insurance companies and have that information, but not the route for me. So I worked in theater and built sets for plays and musicals, and that was incredible to know that I could be creative in that spans, and that was a jumping off point for me to then go on to work for Solomon Group, where I worked on museums and festivals and doing installations for those, which led to doing things for Disney World, National World War II Museum, Mount Vernon in DC, Planet Word, Sazerac Museum. I led that project, and then from there I went back into theater, as well as the Children's Museum in DC. And then the vision started to come to me during the pandemic when my parents got sick, and the art with the caretaking sort of merged. And that brings us into the 2020s.
Yeah. Your saving grace was that art throughout all that.
Yeah.
Tell the folks one more time when you're going to be and how they can catch your displays up at Axios, and how they can follow you, website, social media, and all that good stuff.
So please come to Axiom Gallery, Axiom Art Gallery over on Ferret Street. That's 4613 Ferret Street. Gallery is open from 12 to 6 p.m. and that's next to Dennis's Barbershop.
There you go.
I'm still gonna say across from Company Burger for the newbies. And I will be over there in the evenings. You can follow me on Instagram at Judy Brown. That's G as in girl, I as in igloo, U as in Uranus, D as in dog, I as in igloo. Judy,
I'll
These
put
are my,
it in the
yeah,
comments.
please,
Yeah, I'll put it
thank
in the
you.
comments.
Judy
Yeah.
Brown.
Yes.
On Instagram. My website is newnegroes.com. My name is Giani Jones.
Giani Jones, thank you so much for joining us on the porch this morning. All the best in your continued success as an artist, and y'all need to get up to Axiom up on Forest Street and go check out that artist before Friday, because if you wait till after Friday, it will be gone.
Yes.
It's the Front Porch, y'all. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to all day long. Stick and stay, y'all. Don't go nowhere. We're going to see you on the other side of the break.
We are clear. So Maris is on. If you want to say hi, because we gotta go take a picture by the station letters. She's been watching. Yes.
How do you see that?
Say hi.
I'm on.
I know, right? All right. So we're gonna stop this, and Maris, you'll be able to see it later. All right. See y'all later. Bye.